Hi everyone, Brian Lamb with another Focusable update here. As of this week, our version 0.11.0 is in the App Store, and the corresponding feature set is available on the website at getfocusable.com. And I'm here to walk you through a couple of the key features. There's a longer list that we're going to publish on our company blog that are added into this release, but the major ones I'll cover here. So one of the big things we've been experimenting with is how to help our users build daily routines to prioritize focus. You can see the goals at the top there where we say 3 minutes of recharging a day and 10 minutes minimum of daily focus are things that we've stated to our users to help them set those as goals and do that on a daily basis. But we've heard from our users that that's not always enough. They don't always remember when they're overstimulated to take a break. So what we've added here is a new tab. It's the third tab over. It looks a little bit like a clock. It's the Routines tab. And on the Routines tab is a list of traditional alarms that you can set for yourself. And that alarm will go off. Actually, the 2 o'clock one is enabled for all users with this update. So you may have already gotten a push notification that says, hey, take a break and be focusable. That's essentially what each one of these does. You can set different alarms for the day just by enabling or disabling that alarm to whatever fits your schedule from one day to the next. I tend to have the 2 o'clock one turned on, and then the other ones I use from day to day. You can adjust them at any time. So if I wanted to do one at 5:30 instead of 6, I can just open it up and save it. And this way, start giving yourself reminders through the day that it's time to stop, do a breathing exercise, maybe relieve your eyes, and then challenge yourself to focus on the next big single task that brings value to your life. So that's what the routines are for, and we're going to get more and more detailed and experiment more and more with reminders as we go. The second one that we did as an update is on the recharge screen. So up until recently, we had enough activities that we could display on this one screen, but we added a new activity called the Power Blink, which I'll cover in a second, that took us over what we could actually display on this screen, which was the first thing. Second one was we heard from our users that they wanted to customize which activities they had on their home screen. Not all the activities are great for everybody, and that's okay. So what we wanted to allow was a way to remove or add your preferred activities to this page. So we've created this More Activities page, which I'll click on, which will bring up the master set of activities that we've built. You can see the whole list here. We've also brought in a little bit more information about how long each activity lasts, as well as what the goal of each activity is. And then when you star an activity, it adds it to your homepage for recharge. And when you unstar it, it removes it. And that way you can customize what ends up on this page. I ended up with the same number because I deselected and added one, but you can actually go all the way down to just one activity and all the way up to 9 if you want. So it just gives you a way to customize what you see when you get into the service and get exactly what you're looking for. Now, the Power Blink exercise is an interesting new one. It has a funny name, makes me laugh every time I say it, but it does a couple of good things for your eyes, which is worth noting. For one, it really helps hydrate your eyes. Oftentimes my eyes get dry through the day when I'm staring at screens. And the biggest thing that I need is something that rehydrates my eyes. And so what it does is ask you to go through 30 blinks, close your eyes, 30 more blinks, and then it's done. So it's a relatively quick exercise. And it really rehydrates your eyes pretty quickly. The other one, as it relates to focus, is kind of interesting in that when you're blinking rapidly, it actually starts to shift and change your perception of time slightly. It actually allows you to start processing time more finely, which is a great exercise to prime you to dive into a task and start focusing. So after Power Blink, I would switch over to Focus and set a timer to challenge myself to focus on something, whether it's reading, focusing on my family, maybe a blog post or something like that I need to write. But it's a great task to kind of get me primed and ready to dive into the focus side of the equation. Those are the big updates for version 11. We'll note the rest of them in our blog, and thank you for your attention.